Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Uday Pandit and you're watching MEP Technical World. In this video we'll learn about basically what is fault isolator module in fire alarm system. So let's get started. So basically what is fire alarm fault isolator module? So as per name, as it is already suggested, isolator means some of circuit or some of part is isolated, means disconnected. That means a fault isolator module FIM protects the addressable fire alarm circuit by isolating short circuit fault, ground fault, open circuit fault, ensuring the rest system continue to operate normally. So so basically this is the isolator module which protects from the short circuit fault, ground fault, open circuit fault when occurs in the loop or SLC circuit. Okay, it also protect the loop cards, even fire panels, due to the these fault occurs in the loop circuits. Okay, so basically what is short circuit fault, ground fault and open circuit? So here I have taken an example. So this is fire alarm control panel, and from here actually without isolator it is completed one zone, one loop. So since it is addressable fire alarm system, so one loop, so it starts from a loop out from here. Okay, so this is out, and here we have a smoke detector, then a smoke detector, a MCP manual call point, then a smoke detector, smoke. So again back to the input of the this fire alarm control panel. So it is completed one loop. So now over here, suppose there is a we have not installed this fault isolator module in this loop. So what happened? Let's say when these two wire minus or plus both of wire touch to each other, okay, at that condition what happened? This become a short circuit fault. Okay, so type of one fault is this one. So when this is occurred, that means whole loop will be disturbed. Okay, so this all loops, even 100 200 detectors will be out of zone, means this will be troubled. This will not healthy, even it will damage the loop card as well. Okay, because these are the sensitive devices, PCB boards, so that's why it will go out, burned out due to this for short circuit faults. Okay, even fire alarm panel can be also damaged due to these faults. Another is open circuits. So open circuit means when wire gets disconnected from the any terminal, like a smoke detector, suppose here, if it is loose or disconnected or one wire cut from anywhere, at that condition this fault code in open circuit faults. So this is called open circuit fault. In this case also, if we will have not installed this fault isolator module, whole loop will be interrupted. Okay, another fault is ground fault. So that means when neutral or phase, necked wire or something here touch to the body terminal of the detectors or somewhere in the ceiling, at that condition also, because here it is leaking somewhere, and this fault will occur, and at this condition also whole loop will be interrupted. That's why to handle these faults, even to protect this panel and loop card, we have to implement this fault isolator module. Okay, so this is the view of fault isolator module. Okay, This is the fault isolator module by notifier Honeywell UL listed. Over here, if we talk about its terminal, this is a blinking one. If it is healthy circuit, that means it is blinking green. If there is a fault, then it will become a red. Okay, so over here these two are SLC in, signal line circuit in, means loop in circuit coming from previous device. It might be from panel, it might be from another device like a smoke detector, control modules, okay, relay modules, MCP, okay, previous device. Okay, so minus in over here and plus in. Now to loop to another device, so output of this module is here. So minus T3 is from output and plus T4 is output. So from here we can loop to another device, to another circuits. Okay, so in this way we can install in the circuits. Now let's do the wiring for it. So how to do wire? So here we have a addressable fire alarm system. Okay, and here we have completed one. I've taken one loop over here just for example. Okay, so initially if you are doing any wiring, okay, for any zone or loop, so at that condition what happen, we have to first install the, we have to keep isolator modules, so outgoing SLC outgoing over here loop 1. So from here let's take a wire, minus means black connected over here, then plus connected over here. So this is the first device, okay, for output. Then to detector, this is plus, this is minus, again loop to the MCP, plus minus, okay, again loop to the isolator module. So generally I have not incorporated other devices over here. It could be from this module to this module between. So in general what we have to do, every 20 or 25 detectors we have to install the fault isolator module. Okay, so minimum 20 every 20 device. So here a smoke detector, control module, again a smoke detector, so up to 20. Then we have to install this isolator modules, so in one loop. So here that's why I have installed over here. Okay, then again from here I will put it loop to other. Again from here let's count, one is MCP, then another detector, then another, again let's count to 20. So after 20 again we have to install the fault isolator module. Okay, so every 20 detectors we have to install the fault isolator module. So again we have to do wiring like this. Okay, so this is the wiring again. So at the last terminal, when we are it return back, if this loop circuit is coming back, return back to this panel, at that last point we have to install the isolator module always. Even we have two detectors between second after second, suppose one is over here, even one. So if we have one, after that again we have to install the fault isolator module before this termination, back to this, return back to this, means input this panel. So here I have installed. So in this way we can do the wiring. Now let's say suppose over here, so this detector have a issue, let's say it has a short circuit over here or connection loose. At that condition what happened, so this zone will be isolated only, remaining will be unoperational. If we have not installed this isolator module, then what happen, all loop will be interrupted. Okay, so here we will have a alarm, and it can be also damage the loop cards. That's why we have to install the isolator module. Suppose here we have a issue. Suppose here mcpu has a issue, then what happen, remaining before it all will be healthy except between these isolator devices. Okay, so after that what we have to do, if we have a fault, then we have to, here we have a alarm coming, then we have to go to the, we'll have to go to the site, and we have to inspect the circuit where actually what is the issue, where it is, if it is a short circuit, then why it is become a short circuit, then we have to replace the wire, then again test it, and then back to the normal. So in this way basically this isolator module work. So hope you guys understand about how to do the wiring of the fault isolator module and working of fault isolator module in fire alarm system. So thank you for watching this video. See you again in next video.